How you doing? How's your mama now?
Diggin' the mud.
All the way from Australia, DJ of the loudest show on the radio from Down Under. 911! It's Mud Digger Down Under with DJ Shano, right here on Average Joe's Radio. Rethink, reinvent, revolutionize.
Diggin' the mud.
Let's go!
I'm an outlaw. Give me 2 shots. We don't need a radio, bring a jukebox. For my outlaws, bring me 3 shots. We can raise hell before the speed stops. I'm a whiskey drinking SOB. If you don't like that, then you won't like me. I'm an outlaw.
Diggin' the mud.
Country girl, shake them hips. DJ, make that record skip. It's a straight up redneck rager doing body shots of Jaeger, let her rip. So crank it up, put some of that party in my cup. From the Outback to America and beyond, he's too big for one continent. It's DJ Shano on Average Joe's Radio.
Boys and girls, gather around. We're about to show you how real country folk get down. Let's take it straight past 10 to a whole new level. Add a notch on that dial and crank it up to 11. Now I'm a little overdressed, but life is a show. I got low cash with me. Now everybody knows it's time to board the flight. Come on, let's go. If all night ain't enough, well then it's on till tomorrow.
O-U-N-T-R-Y. Diggin' the mud.
Australia, America, everywhere. I'm DJ Shano, and this is Mud Diggin' Down Under, right here on Average Joe's Radio. Yeah, g'day Mud Diggers, I'm Shano, aka Outlaw DJ, and this is the Mud Diggin' Down Under show, right here on Average Joe's Radio, exclusively for Average Joe's Entertainment. You can follow and like Average Joe's Radio and Average Joe's Entertainment Mud Diggers on Facebook and Twitter. Keep up to date with all the latest news, tours, new releases, and competitions. Also, you can follow and like me on Facebook and Twitter, just search Outlaw DJ on both social media platforms. And remember to like the Mud Diggin' Down Under show Facebook page to keep up to date with all the latest on this show. Also, Mud Diggers, the Average Joe's Radio app, it can be downloaded in your app store, making this station available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, playing the best mix of music, and it's totally free. Also free is the Redneck Kingdom app, which has a photo booth, music, games, competitions, and all your favourite links. So check that out, it's free as well. And if it's merchandise and music that you're after, make sure you jump on and check out the Average Joe's Superstore at www.averagejoesuperstore.com. It's your one-stop redneck heaven shop. Well, Mud Diggers, I've got a great mix of music coming your way over the next hour here on Average Joe's Radio, including an Aussie double play. I'm Shano, aka Outlaw DJ, here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio, and here's a taste of what's to come on today's show.
Green pants lurking, he'll have hell trying to catch me. No face, no case, you have to prove it to arrest me. I'm just riding with the hammer cock, on the gravel hitting blocks, all terrain's kicking up, definition of slinging rocks. Take a couple pulls.
Party town, party town. By full moon glow, there's a place that we go, out the back and down in the dirt.
Ran me about $2. Son, you in Georgia surrounded by blue collars. Who's hotter? Let me Southern cats right now. Make them take notice, other folks can pipe down. Trucks in the yard can't fit in the garage. Sunday morning on the pew sporting camouflage. Yeah, camouflage shirts, clothes.
Say, but I'd rather have a past red than a chance I didn't take. Blame it on James Dean, Steve McQueen, bad boy movies and magazines.
The way we eat, how we raise our kids, we call the trash, say we ain't smart, but I made a lawnmower from a Walmart shopping cart. No city folk, he's mad at me and my palm on toast. Making fun of my overall tag.
Yeah, Mud Diggers, I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and this is the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio. As you just heard in the intro, we have a great mix lined up for you for the next hour with some music from the Swedish country rock band known as Hicks. We've got the Kentucky boys out there twanging round, Moccasin Creek, some Charlie Farley, Chelsea Bain, a double play from Australia's premier artist and a great mate of mine, Lee Kernigan. Also in the mix, we've got some Lenny Cooper, the Moonshine Bandits for the Shiner Nation out there, and more, all coming up over the next hour. So let's kick off today's show with a track from a Nashville-based artist. He was originally from Ridge Springs in South Carolina, and I certainly like his sound. So let's hook into the show opener here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show, Mud Diggers, as we crank out one from Cody Webb. Check this track out. It's called Mudbog here on Average Joe's Radio.
Box tied in the back, jack in the toolbox, secret stash. 12-inch lift on a souped up Chevy, shotgun seat, side ladder for my baby. Well, it's 9 a.m., that ain't no thing. Climb on in, we're headed to the pregame. Cold beer and hot women sitting in the truck bed, hot tub tanning. Dixie flags and Dixie cups raised up high like these jacked up trucks. Tearing up the ground on a Saturday night, past the shine around in the full moonlight. Tire spinning, mud slinging, party all night long. Down at the mud bog. Bubba's on deck, he's bout to hit the mud hole. David Allen Coe blasting on the stereo. Scooter blew up his engine, now his truck ain't cranking, so he's standing on the sidelines drinking. Cold beer and hot women sitting in the truck bed, hot tub tanning. Dixie flags and Dixie cups raised up high like these jacked up trucks. Tearing up the ground on a Saturday night, past the shine around in the full moonlight. Tire spinning, mud slinging, party all night long. Down at the mud bog, we're getting down at the mud bog. Cold beer and hot women. Y'all know what we're doing down here. Dixie flags and Dixie cups raised up high like these jacked up trucks. Tearing up the ground on a Saturday night, past the shine around in the full moonlight. Tire spinning, mud slinging, party all night long. Well, we ain't going home till the crack of dawn, till the cows come home down at the mud bog. We're getting down at the mud bog.
Fat smile. It's just good clean fun, so you can leave your gun locked up at home. Me and Spider Joe and his cousin Mo are ready to roll. Hey, 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 ride! Come on, come on, have a good time. Hey, 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 ride! The heat is on, it's summertime. Hey, 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 ride! Hey, ride! Hey, ride! Hey, hey, hey!
it's a homemade thing. I got my brother's guitar, and before it's dark, I'll have you sing. Hip, hip, hey, ride. Come on, have a good time. Hip, hip, hey, ride. The heat is on, it's summertime. Hip, hip, hey, ride, hey, ride, hey, ride. Hip, hip, hey. Give me some of that guitar, man. Sounds good. Hey, 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 ride. Come on, have a good time. Hey, 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 ride. The heat is on, it's summertime. Hey, 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 ride. Come on, have a good time. Hey, 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 ride. The heat is on, yes, it's summertime. Hey, 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 ride. Hey, ride, hey, ride. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, that really rocks, man.
Yeah, this is Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ Mud Diggers. As we just heard on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show, Swedish country rockers known as Hicks with their hit song Hayride, which they've received numerous awards for. And before Hicks was South Carolina bred, now based in Nashville, Cody Webb with Mudbog. So much music coming your way today, Mud Diggers. Make sure you tell your mates about Average Joe's Radio, and remember to follow and like Average Joe's Radio and also Cody Webb and the Hicks on Facebook and Twitter. And of course, you can get their music off iTunes. I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and we'll be back with lots more shortly right here on Average Joe's Radio. This is the Mud Diggin' Down Under show, proudly produced in Australia, exclusively for Average Joe's Entertainment.
Yeah.
Australia,
America, everywhere. We're twanging round, and this is DJ Shauno's Mud Digger Down Under show.
DJ Shauno, what up, your boys swinging around? Yeah.
I got my seats sitting low, with my truck jacked up high. It's the only way I know that I'm really still alive. Eyes barely showing, blowing smoke to the sky. I'm all wired up, wide open all night.
Yeah, Mud Diggers, I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and this is the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio. Now, I'm about to play my mates twanging round, but before I do, I've got to throw a big shout out to my buddy from Atlanta, Georgia. His name is Josh Seabolt. A lot of you in the scene would know who he is. So g'day to you, mate, and also g'day to your nice wife there, Hope Seabolt. She had me on the phone recently saying words because she digged the Aussie accent, apparently. So I hope you're enjoying the show today, Hope, and I wish you guys a cracking year for 2015. As I'm going to also say g'day to my little mate, and we start him young here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show, but my little buddy out there, Noah Seabolt, and I'm going to play this next song especially for you, mate. So Noah, check this one out, buddy, as you requested this band here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show. Here's Twangin' Round with Noah Seabolt's own request. Here's Granddaddy Longlegs, Twangin' Round.
Granddaddy Longlegs walking on the wall. Look at all the Granddaddy Longlegs, y'all. Granddaddy, oh, Granddaddy. Walking on the wall, walking on the wall, walking on the wall, walking on the wall. Granddaddy, oh, Granddaddy.
Here it goes again, pour another round. Granddaddy walking all around this town. Walking on the wall with a new South sound. Barstool first like I made it with the crown. Love it, leave it, down to repeat it. They always feel they need it, man, I wanna see it. Proof is the truth, and it's high as the roof. Throw it up like you dancing to some two-life crew. Ass shaking and bob, that's your bow, that's your toss. Money pouring out my mouth, watch my granddaddy walk. Money tree keeps growing, that's a brand that I want. It's a walk to remember why I never fall off. Walking on the wall till the wheels fall off. Buzzing, love it, damn we got something. Granddaddy walking to the beat that's bumping. Long legs jumping while the liquor still running.
Granddaddy Longlegs walking on the wall. Look at all the Granddaddy Longlegs, y'all. Granddaddy, oh, Granddaddy. Walking on the wall, walking on the wall, walking on the wall, walking on the wall. Granddaddy, oh, Granddaddy.
the trailer, man. I'm dirty, ain't gonna lie. Got clothes out in the yard, watching me some NASCAR. A country boy, Dixie Fried. Oh, Dixie Fried.
Dixie Fried, come inside. It's a redneck nation, join the ride. Come on, white trash, you can call me that. Yo, Dixie Fried, as a matter of fact. Got songs in the yard on a 20-foot chain. Lying in the back where the dirty clothes hang. I ain't cut my grass since last July. But it's okay, I'ma tell you why. Cause I'm a redneck, trailer park king. My backyard ain't missing a thing. Open above ground pool makes the neighbors drool. Outdoor shop and a homemade toilet stool. Yes sir, car in the back, sitting on blocks, the 64 Cadillac. Get inside, but it don't drive. This is how you know I'm Dixie Fried.
Redneck, white trash, straight up out the trailer, man. I'm dirty, ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie.
Got clothes out in the yard, watching me some NASCAR. A country boy, Dixie Fried.
It's the way of life, it's the way we live, it's the way we eat, how we raise our kids. We call the trash, say we ain't smart, but I made a lot more from a Walmart shopping cart. I run no city folk, get mad at me and my palm on toast. Making fun of my overall tag, sit back and smile, daddy light in my hands. Engine cord runs out to the yard, TV on, and I'm watching me some NASCAR. Box fan moves right in my face, I hope there's a wreck somewhere in the race. The whole time that we're sitting outside, old ladies in the kitchen cooking burgers and some home fries. Uh-oh, here they go again, with Dixie Fried, bring all your friends.
I'm redneck, white trash, straight up out the trailer, man. I'm dirty, ain't gonna lie. Got clothes out in the yard, watching me some NASCAR. A country boy, Dixie Fried. Oh, Dixie Fried.
Mama boo, speak the truth. Camo shorts, steel toe boots, trucker hat, drinking hand, trailer park is my island man. Wife and kids, I won the prize. Redneck, white trash, Dixie Fried. Nation of rednecks, stand up strong. Dixie Fried, sing along.
I'm redneck, white trash, straight up out the trailer, man. I'm dirty, ain't gonna lie. Got clothes out in the yard, watching me some NASCAR. A country boy, Dixie Fried. Oh, Dixie Fried.
I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ Mud Diggers, and you're tuned to the Mud Diggin' Down Under show right here on Average Joe's Radio, as we just heard one from Moccasin Creek with Dixie Fried. Charlie Bonnet, known as CB3, and the Brahma Bull have now gone their separate ways, but I'm sure both will continue to bring out their own music. And before Moccasin Creek was a track for Noah Seabolt from one of his favourite bands, which is Twangin' Round, and good mates of mine as well, with their song Granddaddy Longlegs. Remember to follow and like the artist on Facebook and Twitter, and get their music on iTunes. And you can follow and like me on Facebook and Twitter, just search Outlaw DJ. And of course, like and share the Mud Diggin' Down Under Facebook page for all the latest news on my shows. Still to come, Chelsea Bain, Lenny Cooper, the Moonshine Bandits for the Shiner Nation, and today's double play from my mate from Australia, Lee Kernigan. This is Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and you are tuned to the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio.
How you doing? How your mama now?
Cruising down the Lucas Road, Chevy locked and granted, loco, blowing a lot of bitches that your city boys won't pay.
Australia, America, and everywhere around the globe, it's Big Chuck, and you're listening to Mud Diggin' Down Under with Outlaw DJ Austin Shino on Average Joe's radio show. Come on! White Chevrolet, rusted tags on the back, jacked up, rough riding, boy, this ain't no Cadillac. This is for them country boys, known to make a bunch of noise. Treat they truck like Tonka toys, hit the mud, go bonkers, boy. Pull up,
This is Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ and Mud Diggers. You're tuned to the Mud Diggin' Down Under show right here on Average Joe's Radio. Next up is a great guy I plan to have on the show for a chat very, very soon. He's been working on new music and clips and briefly walked away from music, but is now back with a vengeance. With many changes for him in 2014, his 2015 should be quite a story. So let's get into this track now from Charlie Farley as we lose control right here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio.
Get crazy, easy, lose your mind, get shady, 80. Ain't got time for maybe, baby. It is time to let loose and lose control. And this is for my country boys in Chevy Fords, out here making noise. Of course, we don't forget to bring a country gal. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Chicks to drink up and throw down. Now let loose and lose control. Grab a 30 pack, let loose and lose control, and a bag of real tree. Let loose and lose. Got a rifle and a gun rack. Let loose and lose control. So y'all watch me. Let loose and lose control. I'm wild, wild buckets up, throwing down. Mild stuff is old news now. I'm habanero, jalapeno hot, so cranky up. Till the speakers blow. Then throw it in your buddy's truck, crank it again, put a drink in your hand and hank it up. I'm whiskey bit, hellbound. Call my friends hellhounds. We can love without a shell sound, so we shootin' while riding around. In the top sides talking toe. Yeah, make a donkey know. Cause I try to find a click, always act the ass. Better call in sick, cause it's not, it's gon' last. Way past 6, so just dip in that stash. Get lit quick while I mash that gas. Hopping all off in the mud hole. Pedal to the flow, pedal to the flow. Slanging mud, getting drunk, chicken in the backseat, losing control. And this is for my country boys in Chevy Fords, out here making noise. Of course, we don't forget to bring a country gal. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Chicks to drink up and throw down. Now let loose and lose control. Grab a 30 pack, let loose and lose control, and a bag of real tree. Let loose and lose. Got a rifle and a gun rack. Let loose and lose control. So y'all watch me. Let loose and lose control. So and let those cold beer flow till I gut so tip top full they explode. No, it's no question, it's a muscle. Get you a pull, stretch your throat muscle. Beer makes my boat float. I'm in my truck while I'm on that dirt road. In the pond with the water in the passenger seat. 2 chains in the winch, 2 waterlogged feet. Too deep in the water to let off or release that gas. If I do it, die. So I got the passenger passing me till we get out in the dry. Alright, band to the bone. Bad like the Thorogood song. Jamming Johnny Cash till the cows come home. Cause the man in black still owns that throne. Oh, I'm shooting shots. It's something else you can't in parking lots. Like what? The 50 cal round sound all missed, but still split the cow. Pedal to the flow, pedal to the flow. Slanging mud, getting drunk, chicken in the backseat, losing control. And this is for my country boys in Chevy Fords, out here making noise. Of course, we don't forget to bring a country gal. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Chicks to drink up and throw down. Now let loose and lose control. Grab a 30 pack, let loose and lose control, and a bag of real tree. Let loose and lose. Got a rifle and a gun rack. Let loose and lose control. So y'all watch me. Let loose and lose control.
As I run to the Chevrolet, he had the engine crying and dust all flying as we tore out the driveway. When Daddy pushed him away, pulled me closer, I knew he was bad for me. You could be 17 and still get married out in Jellicoe, Tennessee. Blame it on James Dean, Steve McQueen, bad boy movies and magazines that make every girl love the storm before the calm. Daddy wanted me to be meek and mild, but that sinful smile just drives me wild. Maybe I'm looking for the right kind of wrong. I can't help living out another kind of love.
I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show. And Mud Diggers, we just heard there Miss Chelsea Bain with a cool rocky track called James Dean. Chelsea certainly got some great tracks out there, so get onto iTunes and check her out. And before Chelsea Bain was Charlie Farley with Lose Control. Make sure you follow and like both Charlie and Chelsea on Facebook and Twitter. That's a mouthful. And get both artists' music on iTunes, and also check out Charlie Farley at www.averagejoesuperstore.com for all the latest merch and music, along with all your favourite other Average Joe's Entertainment artists. Still to come, Mud Diggers, today on the show, the Moonshine Bandits for the Shiner Nation out there, Lenny Cooper, and the Aussie double play from my good mate Lee Kernaghan, the Georgia Boys, Big Chuck, and my mates, the Lax, all coming up on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show. Follow and like Outlaw DJ on Facebook and Twitter, and don't forget to like the Mud Diggin' Down Under show Facebook page and share it with your mates out there. I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and we'll be back with more right after this on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show.
Big B, Moonshine Band, Suburban Waste Record. Let's go!
Australia, America, everywhere. This is the Moonshine Bandits, and you're listening to DJ Shauno's Mud Digger Down Under show on Average Joe's Radio.
We can raise hell before the speed stops. I'm a whiskey drinking SOB. If you don't like that, then you won't like me. I'm an outlaw. I said I'm an outlaw.
Yeah, Mud Diggers, I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and you're tuned to the Mud Diggin' Down Under show right here on Average Joe's Radio for Average Joe's Entertainment. Make sure you follow and like Average Joe's Radio and Average Joe's Entertainment on Facebook and Twitter. All the latest news, tours, competitions, and more. Also, make sure you follow and like this next guy. He released an album around mid-2014 called The Grind, which is a cracking album, and he's now released a deluxe edition of this album, adding 3 more tracks, including the remix of Duramax featuring Young Gunner and the Moonshine Bandits, Back in the Woods featuring Demon Jones, and this one I'm about to crank out now, so check this one out, off the album The Grind Deluxe Edition. It's the original Mud Digger himself, Lenny Cooper, with Moonshine in Her Cup. Here now on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio, exclusively for Average Joe's Entertainment. Gas this one up.
She got that moonshine in her cup. We're going round for round. We don't need no club with all these woods around. Music, crank it up. She loves the way it sounds. We're higher than the clouds, and now it's raining down.
She the type that everybody like. Shorts tight, looking right. 10 pins down, yeah, she a strike. She by my side, a one-night bride. Let's burn it down on a back road ride. I'll make your fantasy come to life. I got the keys to the country, and that's no lie. King of the mud, baby, I'm that guy. You want a party, I'll bring the party. One phone call, bring out my army. Behind the farm, it's already popping. This ain't nothing, we just getting started. We shooting guns like a cannonball, and these 2 drunk girls about to brawl. I'm sipping moonshine in a horse stall, and the GoPro drone about to film it all.
She got that moonshine in her cup. We're going round for round. We don't need no club with all these woods around. Music, crank it up. She loves the way it sounds. We're higher than the clouds, and now it's raining down.
She's southern, yeah, I love her. I got a mother. She's countryer than a turnip patch, being picked by a Mack trucker. She'll hop in and drive, go and get a little bit of mud on the tires. Yeah, when she hop in, we fly. Match the gas at the river at 65. That's right, I'm bragging about my girl. Telling y'all this to get you in my world. Cause while yours nagging, mine is dragging. Someone out with a shagging wagon. Man, that no one always happy. In the boat or at the cabin. Laughing, going to go grab a fishing boat. Throw it for daddy. I just playing. All I'm saying is my baby is amazing. So I'm taking my time to say hi to all the dirt road riding ladies.
She got that moonshine in her cup. We're going round for round. We don't need no club with all these woods around. Music, crank it up. She loves the way it sounds. We're higher than the clouds, and now it's raining down.
She was mud covered, and I'm about to wipe her clean. She takes it to the flow. Sean gave her that country lean. Her body moving so slow. Or maybe it's just me. Or maybe it's just me.
She got that moonshine in her cup. We don't need no club. We don't need no music. Crank it up. She got that moonshine in her cup. We're going round for round.
Jumping in a Harley, she rides alone. 81 sticker, blacked out, no chrome. Mean grip, ape hanger, ready to roam. Born to be a gypsy, long way from home. Shuffle through the iPod CA3 with a little bit of shine and some DAC. Quick to pull a pistol if you know what I mean. She's a dive bar, beauty queen. She grew up in the hills, driving daddy's old truck. Had that blue nose pit since he was a pup. Flip that zipper, girl, light one up. Back behind the shed where you grew up. Uncle Ronnie wore hats that were red and white. Didn't say too much, but he taught her to fight. She loved to live wrong more than she did right. Devil with a halo, gypsy in the night. I love the way a cigarette hangs down low. I love it when she dances to rock and roll. I'm loving them hips and the ripped up jeans. Just a rock and roll dive bar beauty queen.
Dive bar beauty queen, living off whiskey and nicotine. Prettiest thing you've ever seen in the dark. She likes Motorhead and Patsy Cline, smokes the kind and packs a 9, and she's got barbed wire wrapped around her heart.
When she slides in through the back door of a dive bar late at night, there's thunder pumping in my heart from the lightning in her stride. And her smooth, silky silhouette is shining through her cigarette smoke. And there's cause for concern when the boys act like a fool, cause the venom from her kiss knocks their asses off their stool. Then she'll drink their shots of whiskey, then play some DAC, and then she'll ride.
Dive bar beauty queen, living off whiskey and nicotine. Prettiest thing you've ever seen in the dark. She likes Motorhead and Patsy Cline, smokes the kind and packs a 9, and she's got barbed wire wrapped around her heart.
She's a honky-tonkin' blue-collar angel, dive bar beauty, don't fit any labels. Whiskey woman ain't scared of the devil, legend in her own, living life as a rebel.
Long blonde hair, standing 5'9", bright green eyes, switchblade on her thigh. Says she's a rebel and she loves to shine. At the hole in the wall, going overdrive. She grew up fast and she grew up mean. Mama looking clean when she hits the scene. Still got a body that looks 19. Just a rock and roll dive bar beauty queen. Pearl snaps pop because her blouse is loose. Rhinestones don't even shine like you. Bikers, rednecks, cowboys too. Can't get enough of her Daisy Dukes. I love it when her G-string hangs down low. I love it when she dances to rock and roll. I'm loving them hips and them ripped up jeans. Just a rock and roll dive bar beauty queen.
Dive bar beauty queen, living off whiskey and nicotine. Prettiest thing you've ever seen in the dark. She likes Motorhead and Patsy Cline, smokes the kind and packs a 9, and she's got barbed wire wrapped around her heart. Dive bar beauty queen, living off whiskey and nicotine. Prettiest thing you've ever seen in the dark. She likes Motorhead and Patsy Cline, smokes the kind and packs a 9, and she's got barbed wire wrapped around her heart.
I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and you're tuned to the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio. As we just heard one from the Shiner Nation out there titled Dive Bar Beauty Queen from the Moonshine Bandits, and cups up to all the Shiners out there in the Shiner Nation. And keep an eye out on Facebook for the next Shiner shout out. Before the Moonshine Bandits, we had one from Lenny Cooper, the original Mud Digger, with Moonshine in her cup off the deluxe edition of The Grind. So get on and follow and like Lenny Cooper and the Moonshine Bandits on Facebook and Twitter, and check them out on iTunes. Also, you can check them out at www.averagejoesuperstore.com for merch and music there as well. You got Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ here, Mud Diggers, and next up is a double play from Aussie's own Lee Kernaghan. We'll be back with that double play right after this, here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio, exclusively for Average Joe's Entertainment.
All the way from Australia, DJ of the loudest show on the radio from Down Under. It's Mud Digger Down Under with DJ Shauno, right here on Average Joe's Radio. Rethink, reinvent, revolutionize.
Yeah, I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and it's time now, Mud Diggers, to rip into
today's double play.
And today we feature an Aussie artist who has so many credits I can't go through them all. He's known simply as the boy from the bush here in Australia, with numerous albums released and multiple Golden Guitar Awards, and even an OAM, which is an Order of Australian Medal or Australian of the Year, a few years back for raising funds and creating awareness for the struggles of farmers in rural Australia. Also to note, he's also recorded a version of Mr. Goodtime with Colt Ford, which features on the deluxe edition of the album of chosen songs from today. His name is, of course, Lee Kernaghan. The album is titled Beautiful Noise, and it's out there on iTunes or www.leekernaghan.com, so get on there and check it out, as we're going to gas up the title track Beautiful Noise and another track off the album titled Party Town. So check this Aussie out. I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and this is Lee Kernaghan from Australia.
Today's double play.
Here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio and Average Joe's Entertainment.
A shed with a Chevy and a million bits. It's a big day. She's in the driveway. We got fuel in the tank, hand on the wheel. I can see your reflection in the chromium steel. Slip the key in. Got ignition. It's a beautiful noise. It's the rush of the wind. It's the beat of a heart, the jump of a spark. It's the love that we're in. It's the song of the road. It's the promise it brings, the sound of chasing a dream. It's a beautiful noise. The grease and the all drums fall behind. It's a big horizon on a broken white line. Round sunset, we're not done yet. Girl, we're gonna find out what we got. Just you and me, out on the blacktop, wind in your hair. We're getting out of here. It's a beautiful noise. It's the rush of the wind. It's the beat of a heart, the jump of a spark. It's the love that we're in. It's the song of the road. It's the promise it brings, the sound of chasing a dream. It's a beautiful noise. The rhythm of the highway keeps rolling on, and you're in my arms. I can feel the pounding of your heart. It's a beautiful noise. It's the rush of the wind. It's the beat of your heart, the jump of a spark. It's the love that we're in. It's the song of the road. It's the promise it brings, the sound of chasing a dream. It's a beautiful noise. It's a beautiful noise. Oh, it's a beautiful
noise. Today's double play.
Out there in the boondocks, bullet holes and truck stops, see 'em rolling in through the heat. Feeling up the North Star, packing out the front bar, spilling out into the street. It's been a long haul, but the wheat checks in. The tractors are back in the shed. Things are getting louder, it's a keg of powder. You ain't seen nothing yet. Party town, the place lights up when the sun goes down. The bushes arcing as the word goes round, and everybody's coming down to party town. Party town. By full moon glow, there's a place that we go, out the back and down in the dirt. Dancing on the tailgate, gonna make the ground shake. Somebody's gonna get hurt. There's freaks and ringers and a few mudslingers, you girls and jackaroos. The things are getting harder, steaming up the water when some girls take it into the creek. Yeah, the party town, it's a party town. The place lights up when the sun goes down. The bushes arcing as the word goes round, and everybody's coming down to party town. Party town.
Sounds like it.
Total decimation, every party comes to an end. But it won't be surprising as the sun is rising when they start it up and do it again. Yeah, party town, place lights up when the sun goes down. The bushes arcing as the word goes round, and everybody's coming down. Yeah, it's a party town, place lights up when the sun goes down. The bushes arcing as the word goes round, and everybody's coming down to party town. Party town. Party town.
Yeah, I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ Mud Diggers, and this is the Mud Digging Down Under show. As we just heard,
Today's double play.
which was from the Aussie King of Country, Lee Kernaghan, off his album Beautiful Noise, with the album's title track Beautiful Noise and Party Town, a great party song with an edgy riff. Follow and like Lee Kernaghan on Facebook and Twitter, and get his music on iTunes, or you can get it with merch at www.leekernaghan.com. Still to come on today's show, the Georgia Boys featuring Dez and Demon Jones. We've also got a bit from Big Chuck, the Arkansas Outlaw. Then we'll be cranking out the Lacs to close off today's show with the Lac Nation. I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ from Australia. Follow and like Outlaw DJ on Facebook and Twitter, and like the Mud Digging Down Under show Facebook page. Share it with your mates for all the latest on the show. We'll be back with more Mud Diggers right after this here on Average Joe's Radio.
Hey y'all, this is Colt Ford, and you're listening to Mud Digger Down Under with DJ Sean O on Average Joe's Radio.
Come through banging pipes loud like a lion. King of the jungle, got them 44s whining. Main Street mogul, small town hero. Have I ever been stuck? Let me think. Zero.
How you doing? How's your mama now?
Yeah, Mud Diggers, I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, here on the Mud Digging Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio and Average Joe's Entertainment. Let's get straight into this track now. These guys have some new music out, and I've been trying to get a hold of them for some time, so if anyone out there knows the Georgia Boys, send them the message. The Outlaw DJ is chasing them down. This next track features Dez and also Demon Jones, so let's hear it now. Here is the Georgia Boys with a welcome to you all, so let's formally do it now. Welcome to Georgia, here on the Mud Digging Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio.
Demon Jones, Georgia boys. You know what it is. We're gonna tell y'all a little something about how we live. Welcome to Georgia.
Camouflage church clothes, rebel hat cocked back, Confederate flags flying. No, we ain't gon' stop that. And this here ain't hate or nothing to do with race, but now we got G's from the woods joining the paper chase. Welcome to Georgia.
Now it's our turn, when they gon' learn. We had to let the smoke, but we bout to let it burn. Georgia boys, Demon Jones, a deadly combo. Similar to myself and a little Beretta that's in the console. Yeah, now let me ride you on this combo and let this Georgia landscape into your eyes slow. Kudzu, the red clay, yes, very nice. If you asking me, well, I call it paradise. Every night on the tailgate, all this fresh veiled hay. Loving at them in the South every day. Shirt on my back, ran me about $2. Son, you in Georgia surrounded by blue collars. Who's hotter? Let me Southern cats right now. Make them take notice, other folks can pipe down. Trucks in the yard can't fit in the garage. Sunday morning on the pew sporting camouflage, yeah.
Camouflage church clothes, rebel hat cocked back, Confederate flags flying. No, we ain't gon' stop that. And this here ain't hate or nothing to do with race, but now we got G's from the woods joining the paper chase. Welcome to Georgia.
Yes, I'm gonna show you around my hometown where we get down more by the pound. We shooting all frowns eastbound and down the movie. Smokey and the band speaks to me. I keep it real in between these trees and drink these cold Bud Lights are under full moonlight, cool breeze flowing through the woods and out to the fields where the corn stood. We do it good as we live in our life out here in the South. We love fast cars and big trucks to drive out of any mud pit that will give you a fit. If you didn't come equipped with real mud grips, I don't know too many people around this way that don't carry a gun, don't forget to pray. And if you ever pass it through my neck of the woods on a Sunday morning, you can be sure that I'm good in my
camouflage church clothes, rebel hat cocked back, Confederate flags flying. No, we ain't gon' stop that. And this here ain't hate or nothing to do with race, but now we got G's from the woods joining the paper chase. Welcome to Georgia.
Welcome to the red clay, daddy work all day. And you damn sure better do what mama say. If you wanna keep your teeth in your mouth, you better learn to respect folks in the South. Welcome to Georgia. Mud trucks make noise, 40-inch plus sitting under these toys. Real talk, homie, blood in the mud. War break out, I got my guns in the truck. Rifle in the rack, assault under the seat. Banana clip, hot lock, put it on repeat. Ain't worried about the law, shine deer with the deputy. Sheriff live right there, so they ain't sweating me. Cause we ain't hurting nothing but our feet. Dancing in Georgia boots, bounce to the beat. If you ain't tuned in, you need to change the channel. When we say Buckhead, we don't mean Atlanta.
Camouflage church clothes, rebel hat cocked back, Confederate flags flying. No, we ain't gon' stop that. And this here ain't hate or nothing to do with race, but now we got G's from the woods joining the paper chase.
Welcome to Georgia.
Where the fish ain't biting, the river running high. Sunday morning coming down from a long hard night. I'm loading up my 12, gonna take it for a ride. Hit yonder highway with a glass of muscadine. Got a lot on my mind, and this is how I've been. Taste the air out there, it's as good as it gets. I'm riding with the window down, turning up some classic sounds. Looking for some supper while I'm making my rounds. They usually on them highlights, when I see them I just sneak up. That's my definition of an old-fashioned meat hunt. And if I don't see nothing, well, that'll be just fine. I carry on drinking and continue killing time. Got a country state of mind, Sunday morning drive, 12 gauge with me and I'm out here killing time. Ain't worried about what's up ahead and I ain't gonna look behind. Got a jar full of pine and some muscadine wine. I'm killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time. If old green pants lurking, he'll have hell trying to catch me. No face, no case, you have to prove it to arrest me. I'm just riding with the hammer cock, on the gravel hitting blocks, all the terrain's kicking up, definition of slinging rocks. Take a couple pulls, lay back in my zone, in my portable blind that I take out on this road. Hear the back straps calling, I taste them in my mouth, cause down here where I live, that's like lobster in the south. That's what this trip's about. I drop them and drive off, come back a little later and I get that supper call. And if I don't kill nothing, well, that'll be just fine. I just carry on drinking and continue killing time. Country state of mind, Sunday morning drive, 12 gauge with me and I'm out here killing time. Ain't worried about what's up ahead and I ain't gonna look behind. Got a jar full of pine and some muscadine wine. I'm killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time. My old lady got the grease hot, fried in a deep pot. That city slicker food don't do nothing but make your teeth rot. Mash up potatoes and some cat head biscuits. A backwoods spread dressed up with all the fixes. Come Monday morning, it's back to the grind. But old 12 stays with me in case I need to kill time. Said come Monday morning, it's back to the grind. But old 12 stays with me in case I need to kill time. Country state of mind, Sunday morning drive, 12 gauge with me and I'm out here killing time. Ain't worried about what's up ahead and I ain't gonna look behind. Got a jar full of pine and some muscadine wine. I'm killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time, killing time.
I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ Mud Diggers, and this is the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio. As we just heard there, the Arkansas Outlaw with Big Chuck with his track called Killing Time. And before the Arkansas Outlaw Big Chuck, we had the Georgia Boys featuring Dez and Demon Jones with Welcome to Georgia. Make sure you all follow and like Big Chuck and the Georgia Boys on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest news from them, both direct. And remember, you can get their music on iTunes or visit their websites by following the links off their Facebook and Twitter pages. Also, while you're at it, look up and check out the new batch collaboration with Moccasin Creek and Big Chuck, and I'll be talking to them both in the coming weeks. Next up on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show is a track from my mates The Lax. We'll rip into this track right after this here on Average Joe's Radio. This is the Mud Diggin' Down Under show, and I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ.
O-U-N-T-R-Y. All the way from Australia, DJ of the loudest show on the radio from Down Under. It's Mud Digger Down Under with DJ Shauno, right here on Average Joe's Radio. Rethink, reinvent, revolutionize.
Yeah, you got Shauno here, aka Outlaw DJ Mud Diggers, and you're tuned to the Mud Diggin' Down Under show. As we've got time now here on Average Joe's Radio for just one more track. It's from my mates The Lax, so let's rip into it now and keep it redneck. Check it out, The Lax, right here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show. Keep it redneck for all the Lack Nation members out there. This is a Ridgy Didge cool song, this one.
Make homegrown shine, I'ma keep it redneck. Got a four-wheel drive, I'ma keep it redneck. Party all night, I'ma keep it redneck. Yeah, I got to keep it redneck. Back in the woods, I'ma keep it redneck. Work hard like I should, I'ma keep it redneck. Yeah, it's all good, I'ma keep it redneck. I got to keep it redneck. I'm a thoroughbred redneck, down home rapper, and a lot of y'all folks still call me a cracker. I'm a storm cloud coming in, I'm bringing down the heavy rain. Redneck boy, and I'ma put that on my everything. Y'all say use, and we say y'all. Y'all call it an accent, we call it a drought. Y'all say give me that, and we say please miss. And y'all eat oatmeal, and we eat cheese crisp. We do it for the shiners and them dirt road riders.
all-nighters. For the 40-hour workers and the party all-nighters. For the Jim, Jack, Johnny, and them makers mark. For them little country towns and them trailer parks. Redneck, and I'ma rep until I die. A lot of y'all folks still really can't see why. We gotta keep it real all the way 100. We the purest in the world and they can't take that from us.
Make homegrown shine, I'ma keep it written. Got a four-wheel drive, I'ma keep it written. I party all night, I'ma keep it written. Yeah, I got to keep it written. Back in the wood, I'ma keep it written. Work hard like I should, I'ma keep it written. Yeah, it's all good, I'ma keep it written. I got to keep it written. Yeah, I like to drink, yeah, I like to smoke. Crank some Leonard Skinner, hit them dirty roads. Pull it to my buddies, buddy, what you know? Smoke a little train, stack another load. I'm a slick hink, river rat. Me and Mr. Bourbon gon' tip back, pumping that possum while we lurking and all. Never been the kind to go by the law, like a backwoods boss, man, I do what I want. Got a stash of cash, put back for hard time. Got chicken wire wrapped around 4 big pine. That supper on the table ain't from KFC. That raggedy shack slap pack full of feet. Yeah, I'ma keep it redneck, I'm a rebel son. Big rebel flag, big hun gun. You think we some, huh? You should take a ride to my backwoods hillbilly redneck. Make homegrown shine, I'ma keep it redneck. Got a four-wheel drive, I'ma keep it redneck. I party all night, I'ma keep it redneck. Yeah, I got to keep it redneck. Back in the wood, I'ma keep it redneck. Work hard like I should, I'ma keep it redneck. Yeah, it's all good, I'ma keep it redneck. I got to keep it redneck. I'ma keep it redneck. Back in the wood, back in the wood. I'ma keep it redneck. Make homegrown shine, make homegrown shine. I'ma keep it redneck. 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 Make homegrown shine. I'ma keep it redneck. Got a four-wheel drive. I'ma keep it redneck. I party all night. I'ma keep it redneck. Yeah, I got to keep it redneck. Back in the wood. I'ma keep it redneck. Work hard like I should. I'ma keep it redneck. Yeah, it's all good. I'ma keep it redneck. I got to keep it redneck.
Yeah, I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, here on the Mud Diggin' Down Under show for Average Joe's Radio, exclusively for Average Joe's Entertainment. As we just heard there, the final track for the show, for the Lack Nation members out there, it was The Lacks with Keep It Redneck. Make sure you check out The Lacks' latest EP, Nothing in Particular, and follow and like them on Facebook and Twitter. And make sure you get their music on iTunes. Also, you can check them out and other Average Joe's Entertainment artists at www.averagejoesuperstore.com for all the latest merchandise and music from your favourite Average Joe's Entertainment artists. Check out the Redneck Kingdom app, it's free, with photo booth, interactive games, scored with your mates, music and all your favourite links, plus some cracking competitions, and best of all, it's free. Also free is the Average Joe's Radio Station app, which gives you access to the best music mix 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year from your mobile device. Average Joe's Radio app and Redneck Kingdom, as I said, are free and available in your app store. Alternatively, on the desktop at home, you can tune in on Average Joe's Radio via www.ajeradio.com. Make sure you follow and like Average Joe's Radio and Average Joe's Entertainment for all the latest news and competitions, and follow me, just search Outlaw DJ and like the Mud Diggin' Down Under show Facebook page and share it all with your mates. We'll be back next week, same muddy time, same muddy channel, Mud Diggers. I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ, and as I always say, look after your mates and respect the ladies. This show repeats 12 noon Mondays Eastern USA time, that's 9 AM in California. Catch you next week, Friday 9 PM Eastern USA time and 6 PM California West Coast time. Gas it up. I'm Shauno, aka Outlaw DJ.
How you doing? How's your mama now?
Digging up mud.
All the way from Australia, DJ of the loudest show on the radio from down under. It's Mud Digger Down Under with DJ Shauno, right here on Average Joe's Radio. Rethink, reinvent, revolutionize.
Digging the mud.
Let's go! I'm an outlaw. Give me 2 shots. We don't need a radio. Bring a jukebox for my outlaws. Bring me 3 shots. We can raise hell before the speed stops. I'm a whiskey drinking SOB. If you don't like that, then you won't like me. I'm an outlaw.
Digging the mud.
Country girl, shake them hips. DJ, make that record skip. It's a straight up redneck rager doing body shots of Jaeger. Let her rip. So crank it up. Put some of that party in my cup.
From the Outback to America and beyond, he's too big for one continent. It's DJ Sean O on Average Joe's Radio.
Boys and girls, gather around. We're about to show you how real country folk get down. Let's take it straight past 10 to a whole new level. Add a notch on that dial and crank it up to 11. Now I'm a little overdressed, but life is a show. I got low cash with me. Now everybody knows it's time to board the flight. Come on, let's go. If all night ain't enough, well then it's on till tomorrow.
Digging the mud.